Folks, welcome into Mario 64 Star Race kicking off 2024. We have 6 players.
We've got so many players playing Mario. Well, I don't think that this game needs much introduction, so I'm going to go ahead and give our players the ready, so they can get started, and we'll tell the stream what we're up to then.
Yep, I'm ready to go. We will be giving them until midnight. So they have 2 hours and 25 minutes to get as many stars as they can.
Yeah, so we thought we'd bring in the new year. No, this is not a race in terms of exactly 2 hours. We're giving them until the clock strikes midnight Eastern Standard Time to see how many stars they're capable of collecting. That's slightly more than, slightly under 2.5 hours, which, I don't know, do you think you could get 120 stars in under 2.5 hours?
Someone could. The record for this is currently in the 95-minute area. Crazy.
Yeah, it's 138, 137.
Yeah, pretty wild. I checked like top 200 times, and the next, like the 200th place is like an hour 45. Like that big spread on those 10 minutes there. I wouldn't get this done in 3 hours.
So I know that Kindest plays a lot of SM64 and SM64 ROM hacks. Really, once you kind of have the movement down in this game, you can do a lot. So I'm interested to see like what the most stars collected in this race are. I told Sky about the race that we were doing tonight, and I said I think I could probably get 120 stars in 2.5 hours.
I don't think I would, based on my performance in the damage shuffler, which I know is a worse situation. I don't think I could finish in 2.5 hours. I probably would have like 80 of them, and they would be the easiest of the 80 that I could do. I think last time I played this in the damage shuffler, at least, the penguin slide was so nasty in that format, I couldn't get it for like an hour. It took me an hour to get that guy beat. So right there, I lost half my time on 1 star. But I think I'm better at it now. It's been a while since I played this, and I'm pretty bad at 3D Mario.
So I figure what we're probably going to see from people who know what they're doing is people are going to grab the Chain Chomp star just to give them access to more than just Bob-omb Battlefield. I wouldn't spend any time here that I didn't have to, because this stage really opens up a lot more once you have the wing cap. So we'll probably see players like Okami and Kindest leaving this stage as quickly as possible. Okami is going back in, but Kindest, however, is leaving, as I would expect. So with 1 star, you have access to both Princess Secret Slide and to Whomp's Fortress. And with the 2 stars you can get from Princess Secret Slide, that also opens up Cool Mountain, or Jolly Roger Bay, sorry. So a lot of options open up really, really quickly if you know what stars to grab. Then you're not really limited anymore.
Kindest weapon already has way more stars than I would expect to have in this time, for me. I would be going after some of the really slow ones, like the, I would probably do 5. Can you get 5 of the ones in the first level before you get the wing cap, right? So
it's possible to get all the stars without the wing cap. I mean, you would have to do a ton of work to be able to get like the 5 secret rings in the sky without the wing cap, and at that point, it's just a pointless endeavor.
Yeah, I think I'm thinking like normal people who play this once a year maybe wouldn't be able to do that. Not people who have trained in the trenches of Mario 64 and really have this game down, where you can find those rings with the cannon. Is that how you do it?
You can get those rings with just the cannon without the wing cap, but again, it would just be really painful because you have to shoot through the coin rings, but the coin rings don't render if you're far away from them, so you would just have to know where they are. That would be an unreasonable ask. So most of our players, what they're probably going to do is they're going to get a lot of the basic ones here. They're going to get maybe coins. The question is how many people are going to go for 100 coins on a level. A stage like Womp's Fortress has some pretty straightforward 100 coin star, like a straightforward 100 coin star, but some other stages it may not be worth it if they don't think they're going to be getting all 120. We'll probably see some red coin stars. There's probably like 4 low-hanging fruit on Bob-omb Battlefield before you really need to leave.
Thanks for the subs and bits, everybody, and somebody sent in 20 bucks. Thank you.
Yeah, the kindest weapon is my plug for what new hacks I should check out. She's often telling me about cool stuff that came out, so I'm kind of anticipating that she's gonna have a little bit of an easier time, just because so much of Mario 64 is just knowing how to move Mario. Once you have that down, this game is really straightforward.
I'm really bad at doing some of the tricks that you can do in this, like kicking up the hill that Scorian is doing right now.
Yeah, she's going about this, I mean, she's going about it the hard way, but mostly because that itself is a tricky hill to climb, going up it if you don't really know what you're doing. I mean, I know what I'm doing and I still mess up that hill half the time.
I don't know what I'm doing and I've never pulled it off. How's that? Is that good? I've tried many times.
Yeah, I think the trick you're talking about is, are you talking about like speed kicking, like going forward up the hill, or are you talking about going backward up the hill?
Yeah, I just want that coin on that hill.
So, in order to do the trick that most people refer to as speed kicking, which like allows you to climb hills that you otherwise wouldn't be able to climb up, the counterintuitive thing is that you have to hold the jump button at all times, because holding the jump button and pressing the punch button does a kick. And so if you just hold the jump button and repeatedly press the kick button, you can climb hills that you otherwise wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, I probably don't have that basic control knowledge down.
What category? There is no category. The category is how many stars can you collect before 2024 rings in on the East Coast?
I have enough time that speedrunners could do it, the whole thing. But we're a bit more casual here, so I don't expect anyone to finish, but some of these players might get into the hundreds. Maybe. I'm not sure. They might surprise me and actually get it done. I don't know what everybody's skill level is with this game. I think it would take me longer than that just to even know where all the stars are. I don't remember exactly where every single one of them is.
Yeah, but that's kind of the thing, right? Is like most of the tricks in Super Mario 64 aren't really hard. Like if you know how they work, it's really straightforward. And that's why I tell people that this game is like 95% just knowing how to move Mario. Once you learn all the myriad ways that you can control Mario, this game actually gets pretty easy. Curious who goes for cannonless. I mean, Kindest might know the setup for it. I don't really expect anyone else would know the setup for it. Saxy's heading into the Princess Secret Slide. Those are 2 freebies. I mean, they're not the fastest stars in the world, but they're kind of hard to mess up. So, these are 2 that we'll probably see from everyone. If you don't know how to do the big skip in Princess Secret Slide, some of our players might struggle to pull off the 21-second record that you need to be able to get the 2nd star. But for the most part, this is just 2 really straightforward stars to get. So here's where I'm kind of interested to see how everyone's strategy comes into play, because, like, I would say I know that Kindest has a lot of skill in this game, and she's at 5 stars, but she seems to be going for, like, completion. She seems to be trying to get
Yeah.
those 100 coin stars, try to get everything. Saxy's just going for what they can go for, and has already passed by Kindest, so I'm kind of interested to see what kind of strategy works best for everyone.
Yeah, that's the thing. You got to know if you can get it done entirely or not. That's a big difference. So if you can,
Yeah, if you don't think you're going to get 120, you have to decide which ones are getting the cut.
I think I would be jumping around a bit. I would probably be trying to get... No, I would probably skip all the 100 coin stars, except for the really, really easy ones. I think there's a couple levels where there's only like 102 coins or something, and they take...
Yeah,
100
you would
years.
probably let those go, but like levels like Tall Mountain and Cool Mountain, where you can get the majority of the coins you need just doing the slide, and you need to do the slide anyway, makes it a pretty good candidate for doing 100 coins. I guess you don't really have to do the slide in Tall Mountain, but...
You're right. Gonna see if I can add our Discord images up here. Maybe a little big. I'll fix these.
Tonight only, Author Blue, in Spanish.
There it is.
Well, now that joke doesn't make sense anymore.
Too bad. I put us over here. On Mario's face. There, are you happy?
I'm always happy. Especially when we're doing speed bump.
Yeah. It's cool. A good time here.
I heard you had a very fun 46 Robot Masters race last week.
That was great. Everyone finished.
Did you have any clears?
Everyone finished, I think, except for 2 people who dropped out, and then there were 2 people who were at the very tail end of it at the end. So we had 5 full clears out of 9 that definitely made it, and then there were 2 more people who were so close to making it that if they had another 20 minutes, they probably would have. But I called it at that point because it was just 2 people, and
Sure.
2 people dropped out because it was pushing the 2-hour mark on them.
Gotcha.
That is a tough run to get done that quick. That is a longer run than this one, I think, for just generally speaking. I think for casual people probably would finish that faster, but for speed running, it's a longer run. 46 Robot Masters is a category for Mega Man, and I can check the times on that, but I'm pretty sure they're longer. Yeah, they're not too dissimilar, but they start at 139 and they start climbing from there. And most people are pushing hour 50 on that, the speedrunners. You gotta be good at 6 games, and they all have different engines.
Right. Yeah, they're similar, but not similar enough that it all just translates over.
Yeah, Mega Man 1 and 2 don't have slide. Mega Man 6 doesn't let you jump out of the slide. It also eats your inputs, which is cool. You can patch that if you want, but it's so ingrained into it that apparently even the remastered versions on the Switch still do that. So we had a good run of that. Everyone was getting real far in that. I didn't expect too much trouble, but some of those bosses are nasty. I gave them one of the boss chain orders they could do for those.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's what I would need, is not being a big Mega Man fan myself, I would need to know the weakness order so that I could make it through there reasonably.
Yeah. Oh, that scoring's a little too high on the shot there. Square Enix whose audio worked around that time.
Kindest is the first person we're seeing go for wing cap, which, like I said, I think that's really the play. Game wing cap open makes all of Bob-omb Battlefield much easier, and that'll play a big role in quite a few levels.
This level, it tries to teach you wing cap. It's got some weird physics that I forget every single time I play this. They're weird. It's like you have a time limit before you just can't fly anymore. I'm not sure exactly how it works. It doesn't work like, say, Mario World, where I can fly as long as I want.
Right.
And I can't swoop up anymore to get my height back, but you can sort of do that for a while, but it gets worse the longer it's on. That's what it seems like.
Yeah, the only way to build speed is to lose height. It's more natural. It's more like you're controlling a glider rather than actually having propulsion.
Yeah, so some of those coins are up on pretty high in the sky, so you just start with those. Yeah, my speaking avatar is the Into the Breach snail, which Maddie drew. It's in that style, and it's animated for some reason. At this point, since I had fraudsters on Discord imitating me, I'm the only one with the Into the Breach animated snail. They're not going to be able to get that very easily.
Step no imitators.
Yeah. If you don't see this creepy, disgusting snail with the backlight from a mech on it, then it's not me, probably.
Esco getting the owl drop. That's actually surprisingly tricky. There's a Pan and Coke video, who he makes a lot of. Most people know who Pan and Coke is. He makes a lot of SM64 mechanic videos. Talks about what makes the owl so strange. But the short version of it is that when you grab the owl, it keeps your momentum. So if you're like jumping into him, you're gonna like jump out of letting go of the owl. And so you often will like bonk off of him and go in some weird direction. So actually letting go of the owl and landing where you want to, kind of impressive on its own.
I want to say that Mario World is the most opened up of these games, but Mario 64 has so much more going on with its mechanics. I think I've seen more content for it, even though I don't really even look for that kind of stuff. Like, I've seen a million videos of just how many presses do we actually need in our task to beat this stage? One? Half of one press? That'll do. And they just teleport through.
Yeah, that's the ABC challenge. The A button challenge, the ABC, which has been a project going on for a long time among a handful of taskers trying to beat SM64 with the fewest number of A button presses. I think they've got it pretty low now.
Here is the penguin race. I do not like it. I'm just not good at it. The penguin rubber bands a little bit and pushes me off usually right there. He also doesn't like it when you do something with falling too fast. I think you can cheat a little bit though.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, the game just determines whether or not you enter certain spaces. So it's possible to cheat some of the... So like for instance, this tunnel that Esco's going through right now, if this were on the race, it would get you disqualified because you enter through sort of like a box that disqualifies you.
Right, that is where that hidden tunnel is. That's what I was thinking of. There's another star up here or something, I think, right?
Nope, just one up.
Oh, okay. Just a quick way down.
It's a good shortcut if you're just doing the normal slide, because you can skip most of the slide.
What's this star?
That Esco got?
Yeah.
It's just completing the slide for the first time. But then there's a second one for going back in and racing.
I'll open up my people have trouble with different things folder and put down some Mario 64 images that are really good of this area right here. I believe this is the one. We'll just leave this on screen for a bit. No! We got a couple more of these bad boys.
Classic.
Here's a funnier one. A lot of these images I have are actually like, there's my star, let's get it. Oops, didn't get it. It seems like...
Digi's trying to retrieve this penguin, but what a fool, because that penguin looks nothing like the mom penguin.
Mario 64. Every time I race
Patty B is in the most comfortable level in the game, the aquarium. It's just pure vibes. No one out here stressing. You don't have to think about paying taxes. Nothing.
How does this warp work in stage 1?
The one that Kindest just used?
Yes.
There's just hidden spots that if you stand still in them, they'll warp you to another location.
There's just one way each direction. Well,
most of them are two-way. That one might be two-way as well. But it's just a little alcove that's got nothing else in it, and so you would walk in there and stop for a second and get teleported.
I don't know how I found out about it. I think I actually did find it on my own and just stood in there, and I'm like, well, and I don't question it. I'm just up top now. Never figured out.
I think
how
that
it
one
works.
feels a little bit obvious. Like I feel like that's the one that people can find on their own. Most stages have at least one warp in them, and I just recently this month did the retro achievement set for Super Mario 64, and it had like an achievement for every single one of them, and I even found ones that I had never known about. I just had no idea how many of them there were in this game, but it's like surprising how many useless warps there are.
Mario loves to teleport. The question is Mario the one coming out the other side, or is it a clone? And Mario's been destroyed.
We disassembled him atom by atom.
To balance nature. Well, a teleporter makes a new life and then takes it away. So his life counter, in less than a frame, it would go up and back down. You wouldn't see it.
It is possible to get these last two coins if you miss them. The other ones are inaccessible from the ground level, but it is possible to get them. You just have to triple jump off of the ledge. At this point, I'm a little worried for Saxy, though. I think Saxy's going to go for them and the wing cap's going to run out.
Yeah, I think that's what Retro Achievements is really good for. It's good for challenges, obviously, but there's a whole lot of stuff in these games, any game, that you might not know about, that Retro Achievements will light up. I was looking at Final Fantasy VI, just because I was going to play it soon, and just taking a peek, and the first boss destroying his shell even being an option, I gotta try that now that I know it can even be done. I gotta see what happens.
Yeah, that's what I've really been enjoying about them, is that, I mean, there's some sets that are literally just beat the game, like the whole set is just every boss and then beat the game, which is fine, there's nothing wrong with that, but a lot of them ask you to play in ways that you just wouldn't otherwise play, and I found it really interesting to see games that I thought I knew really well in a new light.
I took a peek at Chrono Trigger, and it is basically as if I was sitting there telling you what all the secrets were, are the achievements.
Right.
Get every cat and find the level 99 boss, all that stuff. I did actually know everything in that one, so I was happy to see that. Don't need to do it. I'm done already. I've done it already.
Yeah, so Saxy right now, I'll mention what Darkman's talking about actually. Saxy's on Bowser in the Dark World, and in Bowser in the Dark World there's some one-ups. I only learned about this from Retro Achievements, but there's some one-ups, and the Retro Achievements was like collect all the one-ups in Bowser in the Dark World, and I was missing a ton of them, and it turns out for some reason there are some one-ups that only show up after certain story flags. So after you beat Bowser, this first Bowser, an extra 1-up shows up in this level. And then later, once you beat the second Bowser in Fire Sea, if you were to come back here, another extra 1-up shows up. Which, like, I have no idea why. Why would you do that? But
Oh no, they dropped it. The Bowser stages do not have 100 coins, but they do have 8 red coins to collect for 1 bonus star. That you can grab.
do, and I expect that most of our players will probably want to grab that red coin. You're already passing through the level anyway. It seems silly to pass up on 1 extra star if you're going to have to come through here.
It actually seems to be going past them this time. Virtual Highlight, what's that?
It's the greatest in fantasy storytelling on the Sega Saturn. Yeah, Virtual Highlight. I love Virtual Highlight. It's a randomizer. And I played through it. I have now played through it so many times and noticed it wasn't on Retro Achievement, so I made my own set. I learned how to make Retro Achievement sets, and I made my own.
Sweet. I'll play that someday. Scorian also entering the Bowser fights.
Yes, I still have to and have yet to play 3D World Runner.
Oh my.
But I want to.
Good way to start the new year. We can hop right over after this. We can do it.
It's true. How messed up would it be if I became that guy for 3D World Runner, right? I play it and I'm like, this is the new best game ever invented.
Get the 3D
I
glasses.
sometimes worry about that. I worry that I'm going to become that guy for every terrible game I play.
I think that you don't have to worry about this one.
Okay, good.
It's a little too repetitive, and honestly, winning it probably comes down to being able to do one thing well, and that is jumping on a pixel pipe. Once you get that down, I guess you can win if you can actually do that. I find it to be a ridiculous thing to do. If you can't do it, you're not going to win.
Well, then I'm just going to have to get good.
Yeah.
Digi taking a little slow on Princess Secret Slide. I don't know if this is the first star or the second star that Digi's doing, but definitely gonna have to pick up the pace to get that 21 second goal.
There's a technique to swimming that you can use to get more speed than you were intended to, and you can grab this star the way Patty is trying to get it right now.
Yeah, it's all timing. When you press the swim button, you can't swim again for a certain number of frames. If you time it perfectly, you can actually make it through these jet streams.
It's really not that hard, but I have to relearn the timing all the time. I don't play this game often enough to get that down. They're gonna have to go up for air though, or eat coins just as good as air. Just swallow a coin. You know what? Spider-Man and the X-Men has the same life system as Mario in the water stage.
Nice.
I just went through that the other day.
I watched you playing through that the other day. I watched the Gambit stages and the Cyclops stages.
How'd you like them?
Well, you got. I mean, you got farther than me in the Gambit stage, but then again, you had the rewind to help you. But
Yeah,
I feel like if I had rewind even then, I might not be able to make it that far through. So
it's been a while since I had done that legitimately, and I keep it that way. That's a '90s treasure. We can just remember when I did that, and I just won't worry about it ever again. Don't have to grind Gambit's weird stage with 9 lives just to get through. Learned about the Juggernaut stage. What do you think of that one? Did you see that one?
yeah, I saw you fighting him. I don't think I saw you actually kill him, but constantly having to run away from him but keep attacking him so he didn't speed up.
Yeah, Nawonk actually built a script of some kind that lets you see his health bar, and someone also did the math on it, and apparently you just need to hit him with a variety of specific anvils, and then at the end you slash him a couple times. But you do have to keep hitting him to slow him down, so it's not quite as tedious as I made it look, but again, that's so
Oh,
unintuitive.
okay.
No one would
So
ever...
you don't have to. You're not tearing down some massive health bar. It's really just kind of like on a timer. You have to wait till you get to the end.
You have to hit him with a lot of the anvils, pretty much every one, and they need to fall on him. And then you need to slash him a couple times as well. And if you don't keep slashing him, he will kill you. So you need to slash him probably about half as much as I did.
Is it like flags? Like the game checks to see if he got hit by enough anvils, or is it that the anvils are the only way to do enough damage?
He has 32 HP, and some of the anvils do 4 damage if they land on him. Some of them do 1. And if he runs into him, it does 1. And if you slash him, it does nothing.
Okay.
At the end,
Gotcha.
for some reason, once he has 0 health, slashing suddenly does 1 damage.
Gotcha.
And it's the only thing that will kill him, so you can maybe do extra damage to him. So that's a treat. You just don't kill him.
That's so wild.
It's a confusing, unintuitive mess. There's no way to know that's the case without a health bar or any kind of input. And when he is vulnerable, he doesn't like change his model or anything to show it, so... What a wild, thing. Having the exact information on how it works would make it beatable, but no one would ever have that. The manual lies to you about a couple of things. So... Yeah. You wouldn't get it from that either. Like, it lies to you about the Spider-Man Rhino fight and how to fight him. So that's cool. Mario 64. I think the stage Digis on is my favorite. Game really starts off strong with this one.
Yeah, Wump's Fortress is really nice. It's a small stage that's doing a lot of things. I think that's where Mario 64 really shines. It's the bigger stages that are a lot of wide open nothing that end up being a lot more painful, because then, you know, the 100 coin stars get harder, traversing the stage gets harder. It's the reason why I think stages like Tall Tall Mountain aren't any good, is because all of the stars, like 4 out of the 6 stars, are all just at the top of the mountain. So every time you play it, it's just climb the mountain and get to the star.
Yeah, I encourage people to race along with us. So either join the Discord and actually join the race, or race along. Let us know how you're doing. A couple of our players are hitting 20, 21 stars already. There's a race between Okami and Kindest Weapon currently for the lead of this. And then there's Saxy with 16, Addy 14, and Escorian 13. Digi's pulling in 6, working on the first stages. That's our current ranking.
All of our players are doing really well. It seems to me, if I had to guess, Kindest's approach is she's looking to full clear as many stages as she can, and Okami seems willing to skip things that don't appeal. So I think at the end of the day, this race is all about whose strategy plays out in the long term better. If Okami manages to like rush down the end of the game at some point and runs out of stars that he's comfortable doing, then Kindest might have the advantage because she's just going through methodically.
In a technically speaking sense, there is enough time left from start to finish this whole game. Still, there's just 2 hours yet.
At the pace our players are going, assuming that pace stays about consistent, I think we're looking at probably something like, what would that be? Like maybe close to 100 stars at the top? Of course, the stages only get harder, so
Right.
the pace might slow down just a bit.
I don't know, some of those late game stars are annoying, but a lot of them, like the ice stage, I feel like you can grab 5 stars real quick.
Right.
Not the penguin stage. I think that is actually my least favorite and most hated stage. I can't do anything in this level.
Cool Mountain. Yeah, I
don't
hate
know,
this stage.
I don't know why. I'd rather do the rainbow carpet ride that everyone hates than this penguin race. I hate it so much.
I've got a handful of stages that when I play Super Mario 64 Randomizer, I dread running into, and Cool Mountain is definitely one of them. It's just like not a fun stage to play.
It's a lot of running around. I don't really know where everything is, and I cannot do the penguin race for some reason. I just can't figure it out. I can do 200cc Mario Kart, but not penguin race. Hazy Maze Cave is a really slow goings for me too. I don't really know my way around.
Yeah, if you know how to navigate Hazy Maze Cave, especially just like a few very small skips in order to avoid having to go through some of the more painful parts, it's not too bad. But I feel like stages like Shifting Sandland, Lethal Lava Land, and Cool Mountain, there's just no rehabilitating it. If you're in that stage, you're just gonna have a bad time. With Hazy Maze Cave, at least if you know like how to clip through the elevator, or if you know how to skip the toxic maze by jumping up in one of the rooms, you can at least make traversing it a little better. But Esco falling into the trap of, you know, the pyramid itself has all of these ridges on it that you're just going to end up running into in the end, so you have to be really, really cautious on a lot of this. Oh no. The other, in addition to like getting good at this game mechanically, the other big thing that a lot of people who aren't super familiar with Super Mario 64 that don't realize how much easier they could make their lives is realizing how much value there is to changing your camera. By default, the game gives you Lakitu cam, which is okay. The positioning can be decent most of the time, but for a lot of situations, if you switch to C down Mario cam, the zoomed out Mario cam, you can do a lot better. So like these pyramid sections where you're trying to walk in a straight line on a really narrow pathway, C down Mario cam allows you to make sure the camera's right behind you so that you don't get messed up by it turning or something. And that's the sort of thing that you're not really going to be familiar with as much if you just play casually, especially because if you switch from Lakitu cam to Mario cam by pressing the R button, by default it's the normal Mario cam, which is like directly behind Mario's skull. Roughly 80% of the screen taken up by Mario's cap. And so you have to know to switch to Mario cam and then press C down to make the camera back up a bit. And then it's a great camera.
Mario Cam is a nice feature, actually. I like it a lot. I don't like Likitu's Cam very much at all, usually. I think that's the one people complain about.
Yeah, Likitu's Cam is good in the sense that it's like a lot of pre-planned positions, like the game tries to put the camera in a useful place. But the problem is like as you move around, the camera can sometimes move at a time you're not expecting it to. So you're pressing the stick one direction and then the camera moves and that direction means something totally different. And that's when you really get into trouble.
Patty tried to take the shortcut, fell out of the race.
Patty's given the Wing Mario over the Wing Cap stage star a try. Not a very bad one if you have a decent control over flying, which is more tricky than most people realize. If you have a good control of flying, getting the 8 coins here is pretty easy.
I have a new N64 controller, and I have another one on USB, and it's still it like came broken like out the gate. Like
Pre-broken for you.
it's just such a bad controller stick. They forgot to
So
hit
Patty's
the switch.
Yeah, Patty's gonna want to go back. Go back, Patty. Get the switch.
You gotta hit the switch before you hit the star, because you cannot, kind of an oversight really, you cannot grab the star and continue the stage, unless it's the coin star, specifically. I think there is a mod or patch or something that would allow a version to do that. Then you can get them all in one go. Would save some time.
Yeah, there's a really famous Game Shark code that the only thing it does is it makes it so that when you collect a star, you don't get kicked out of the stage. And people refer to it as non-stop mode. And it's fantastic. It's the way this game should be played.
I've never played that way, but it sounds nice. This loading doesn't have a whole lot of value. Patty with the big jump and the kick right at the end to save damage. Got the time in 14 seconds.
Fantastic.
What's in that box? Is that another star?
Yeah. So you get 1 star for getting under 21 seconds, and you get 1 star just for completing it, so.
You have to go in twice.
So the warning I'll give to people in the chat who are saying they would like to play with non-stop, the warning I'll give you about playing in non-stop mode, especially if you just play with like the Game Shark code, is that not every star is available every time. So if you enter a level on a specific star, it might not have everything accessible, so you do have to take that into account. But if you're okay with that, sometimes you will just have to leave and come back on a different star to get it to load correctly. Most stages you can do most everything.
Yeah, like Koopa the Quick isn't there until you've beaten the dude.
Right, exactly. Yeah, the other problem with the non-stop code is that you only get a save prompt in 2 situations in Mario 64. When you collect a star and the game spits you out of the level, and when you press a switch, like one of the cap switches. So if you play in non-stop mode, the only time the game is going to save is when you press a cap switch.
It's a bit of an underground game, but you may have heard of Mario Odyssey. Lets you do that non-stop stuff pretty well.
Yeah. I think Mario Odyssey kind of took that idea and ran with it and said, if every star is going to be such a small amount, right? Like if
900 of them.
Yeah, then you can't kick them out every time.
That's the thing about Mario Odyssey I don't like, is the number of moons there are, because they do unlock content that I want to play. Pretty fun little level at the end, and I personally did all of Toadette's in one go, and then I came to trade them in, and it was actually like 30 or 40 minutes of just menus. She just one at a time to me. I timed it because it was taking so long.
My opinion of Mario Odyssey was pretty mediocre when I first played it, but like 6 months ago or so, I finally got around to doing all moons, and it really strengthened my appreciation of the game. There's a lot of cool stuff in there. The problem is there's 900 of them, right?
Yeah.
Like there's no way that you could do 900 or something and walk away saying that was a great use of my time.
Some of them are lousy. I don't like the ones that are just like, oh, you jumped on a hill and hit the down button. There's a moon. Like sometimes you really have to work hard for them, and then other times you just get them walking around, and I have to get hints and stuff from the little fella.
Yeah.
It took a long time.
Once I met the game where it was and did what it wanted me to do, you know, take the hints when I'm supposed to take the hints, and occasionally I'd have to look something up, but for the most part, once I kind of just like went into it with an open mind, I appreciated it, but still, it's a lot of moons.
I saw Patty do a pretty sick jump, at least sick to me. Easy to impress with Mario 64 guy over here. That was a pretty nice jump with the penguin fella. I don't know my way around this game well enough to be unimpressed by a thing like that. Bouncing off the wall while holding the penguin and going across the entire chasm. If I could do that kind of stuff, this wouldn't be my least favorite level, probably.
Patty has the deep lore. The thing is that this is also a really great game for like copycat. I don't know how I want to put it. Like, if you just watch speedruns of this game, you'll learn how to do so many things correctly that you otherwise wouldn't have known. And I mean, I think my appreciation of this game went way up when I got really into watching speedruns of it, and I was like, oh, I bet I can do that. And you can just do it. You can just watch a trick that someone does and then go and attempt it, and it's like, oh, that's actually not that hard.
They added more moons for the Nintendo Labo headset. I don't even know what that thing is, actually. I've seen that name before, and I've looked at it. I've read what it is, and I still don't know what it is. Is it cardboard?
Fake VR. It's like a cardboard thing that you slide your Switch into, so it's really close to your face, and it's like fake VR.
Cool. So I have actually a really, really useless eye, and VR I don't think even works for me, but I haven't actually tried on modern tech. The last time I did try, the effect didn't pan out very well. I don't have the depth, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the new stuff actually works for me. I just feel like that's one accessibility thing I can't even do. But maybe I can. Maybe I should try an Oculus or whatever. Anytime you've ever beat me in a game,
we've got a lot of
it's 'cause my
players who are really starting to dig into the basement levels. This is where I think many of our players will see the end of this race. There's a lot of levels here, and some of them can be very tricky to make significant progress on. So I think by the end of this race, we'll still have a handful of people at least plumbing the depths of the basement.
If you don't know where the red coins are, you probably won't find them all in Bowser's without really taking your time, because Digi's already missed one, and I think they are interested in collecting them on this. One of them is way back at the start after you hit a button.
Yeah, the very first one is tricky. If you don't know it's there, yeah, I can imagine it would be easy to miss it.
VR glasses you build with cardboard. How much does that run you? Just curious.
The Labo kit?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Let's take a look.
Don't imagine it's expensive.
It's 90 bucks.
Really? That's more expensive than I thought it was. I was gonna guess somewhere around 70, but I feel like it wouldn't work very well for me. I already get a little bit of a headache from like VR headsets because of how close the screen is to my face, and I feel like a lower quality screen that close to my face would just, I would instantly have a migraine.
Sure. At Christmas, my niece, they were playing with their Mario Kart Rainbow
Hey,
Road
Patty Beast did the
Raceway.
thing in your picture.
Oh no. Oh jeez. You gotta
Anyway,
go back
sorry,
through.
you were talking about Christmas.
Gotta go back through. Yeah, my niece got a thing that she was playing with pretty much the entire time I was there. It was a Rainbow Road Hot Wheels Mario Kart Rainbow Road Raceway thing. It was like 8 feet long.
Cool.
Had sound effects, and it tells you at the end who wins. It had the Mario Kart sound effects on the start of it too, the buzzer. And like,
Is it like a slot car thing almost?
yeah, it's the Hot Wheels. They race on rails down the road, and you kind of build your own track. If you want, you could probably, because it's Hot Wheels, they kind of let you expand. So you could probably build a bigger one with parts. And it's got 5 lanes. Peach obviously was like built better because she won every single time, but it tells you who crosses first with a number, and it's 200 bucks. I can't believe how expensive it was, but it was pretty neat. Geez, $200.
It's one of those things that you were like, I got to pick this up until you saw the price tag.
Yeah, like AI Arena would love a thing like that, and I buy that kind of stuff for AI Arena, and I probably will someday. But man, and you would want more racers because they're like $50 a box for 5 die-cast racers.
And you'd want to build like an actual track, so you'd need to buy a few kits so you had more track parts.
Yeah, 8 feet isn't enough. Give me that 80 feet. I've done Beyblades before, and you know what? That's like $90 for a set of those. Of the Metal Mario song and stomping. Thought about like Marble Run stuff. There's a couple like YouTube/TikTok things where they have a huge Marble Run raceway, probably like 100 feet long around their room, and that's all their content is let's do Marble Run. What do you think? Who's gonna win? Orange? All right, well, and then they just do it again and again all day long for hours. It's a living. That's all they do.
Yeah, I used to follow a YouTube channel that did really sophisticated ones of those. Anyway, I stopped following them a long time ago.
Metal Mario stomping around getting those red coins on the waterfall. Well, the Beyblades are a little bit for each one, and if you're collecting them, that's a nightmare, like it always is. But you also need to buy the arena, and that's ultimately gonna be a bit of money, even though it's plastic and stuff. I wanted one that was fair, and I have like 8 Beyblades, so I just bought a kit. I think I've spent maybe 100 something on them, all told. I invested in AI Arena, because that was fun. I buy all kinds of games just for that. I don't usually have to buy games, especially indie games. People give me those all the time, and even bigger games I get pretty often. So most of my money that I actually spend on video games is for AI Arena or Beyblades, I guess.
Well, that reminds me, I'm gonna gift you a copy of
Virtual Highlight.
No, Jerry Rice Ignatius' Dog Football.
Oh, nice.
Because that has an AI mode. And I told you a long time ago I was going to gift you a copy of it, and then I never did.
Marble races are wholesome. Like, I'm not insulting that content. That's good. I watch that sometimes. There's a lot worse stuff around, and there's a lot more mindless stuff around, if you can believe that. There's stuff where the content is just somebody put up a kind of not really difficult basic algebra problem, and they just watch that and tell the chat who has gotten it right, and they just sit there for 30 minutes. Then they answer it, and then they switch it to a new one, and that's how they make their living, and that's really not the content for me. I don't know about that.
You don't want to watch a bunch of people have a fundamental misunderstanding of how algebra works?
Yeah, like, it ain't that tough. It's in the parentheses, do it first. Like, that's all you gotta do most of the time. And that's...
It's worse than that. It's all these people who are, like, intentionally writing poorly formed,
yeah,
poorly formed algebra just to bait people into... Sorry, I have opinions.
Let me hear them.
It's always people using the division sign mixed with implicit multiplication, not actually using a multiplication symbol, but just like putting a number next to parentheses,
right,
and then baiting people into using their intuition and saying that every answer is basically wrong, despite the fact that that's just like a bad form of communication. I'm sorry. I have a degree in math, and I'm just upset when people treat math like it's a game rather than just like a language. Like if I said a sentence to you, but I made it intentionally misleading, and then we all had some fun times about how you didn't understand what my sentence was supposed to mean, you'd think that I was a jerk. But in math, it's funny.
Yeah, it is pretty funny. I'm glad you're passionate about this annoying topic. I was doing trivia. I play trivia with my partners sometimes, and just bouncing back and forth. One of the questions that popped up the other day was, what continent is Transylvania or something like that, and I immediately clicked on Romania instead of thinking about the damn question. Is that the kind of thing you're talking about? They hoisted me.
Ida's still in the lead on star count, but she's currently suffering through Lethal Lava Land, so my heart goes out to her.
You ever talk about the Monty Hall problem? You ever have to explain that to anybody?
It was a really, Yes, I've talked about the Monty Hall problem before. There was a really heated discussion on Reddit the other day, of all places. By the other day, I mean a month ago, about a problem to do with cards that ended up being kind of like similar in logic to the Monty Hall problem. People are bad at probabilities and statistics. Like that, I mean, that's the big takeaway, is that people are just bad at probabilities.
Well, the frustration for me with that one is it's kind of misleading because a bit of knowledge is just not being understood by the people who don't get it, and that is that Monty Hall knows where the door is,
Right.
and he gets rid of one wrong one for you, and that's different than if it's not the same. That little bit of data changes things. Apparently, if a host of one of those game shows fucks up and opens up the prize and they just have to give it to you. Apparently, that's how that works. Because Price is Right does it sometimes. They're like, "Oh, you saw the answer? Well, have a car." I guess we're fired. These dang books. I try to hit the right ones. I know them, and I still hit the wrong ones all the time.
I never remember it. Every time I get here, I think, okay, I probably remember it from last time, and I go through every combination other than the right one.
It's a pretty weird combination.
Okay, I sent it to you as well as instructions for how to do computer versus computer.
Nice. I'm into that. We're looking at getting whispers and such back on the bot for AI Arena, because that feature's gone and I'm not having it right now. It would be nice to have a like dedicated website to it, but Twitch used to, you might remember this, used to have a channel making thing where you could have more than one channel in your chat. Wouldn't that be nice? Miss it. I miss that feature. Imagine if I just had a channel for bets.
I feel like when that was a feature, I didn't ever really use it, so I didn't fully understand it. But I think now I can appreciate how nice it would be to have something like that.
Yeah, for spoilers, for guessing, for off-topic discussion. I don't know why that feature's gone, but I guess it's because literally no one but me used it. Sucks to suck. But that's me, I guess.
I think it probably has a lot to do with the fact that Twitch thinks a lot about how super large chats work, and that's probably a moderation nightmare to have multiple chats.
Yeah, I can see that. Scorian left the room, and the camera zooms out and is like, "Hey, red coin." Gotta do a nice little backflip here. Yeah, there it is. You probably could figure out. I mean, IRC is not that complicated. I was programming bots for that when I was 8 years old. Getting multiple chats to show at the same time, I could still probably do that. And so I think they could solve that problem if that's all it was. Man, I had some really annoying bot that I thought was really cool when I was 9 years old. All kinds of annoying commands.
I've made many chat bots in my lifetime, and I don't remember all the features that were available in each one, but I'm sure it was awful.
Patty B's broadcast says, Lies of P. I don't think that's this game. But they're fighting Bowser. I'm legendarily bad at this throw. Never gonna land that shot. I was playing this on hardware a couple months ago from a partner who had never seen the Bowser fight before, and I'm like, no, he's supposed to be dead. Don't worry. This fire breathing, this doesn't happen usually. That's like 30 minutes of me missing the throw and getting
You want to know a
coins.
trick that actually makes this a little bit easier, though?
What's that?
That I only learned about semi-recently, within the past year or two, is when you're spinning, I find it very hard to like time releasing Bowser to hit a bomb, but a lot of that's because some of my thought process is going into spinning the stick. If you just hold the stick up, like specifically straight up, whatever speed you're spinning at, it'll hold it at that speed. So you can stop thinking about that and just focus on timing the release.
Don't worry, I'll forget that and keep on missing by the time I do it again.
No problem.
I'm sure. I know every time I play this game, I'm like, I've done it. 120 stars. All right, I'll play this again someday. Damn, I just can't put it down. Can't get away from this. So I know I'll be losing that one more time yet.
So they're getting rid of squad streaming because they're replacing it with another product that they've been working on, Guest Star. And while I've used some of the aspects of Guest Star and haven't liked them very much, there are some aspects of it that I quite like. So squad streaming is a viewership nightmare. Like, it's not useful for most people because they don't want to just have 4 streams on the same window, and
It's
the way
also
view counts.
partner restricted for some reason.
Yeah. But with Guest Star, it has a little bit better like connectivity, and they're talking about even doing stuff with like converging the chats if you want to. Like you can even maybe combine them possibly.
Yeah.
It looks like it's going to end up in the long run, despite my complaints. It looks like they're replacing it with a product that's just going to be overall better. So I'm trying to stay positive about them getting rid of squad streaming.
From what I've seen of Guest Star, it works pretty okay, but I do a lot of stuff with just random people coming in.
Yeah.
So that's kind of I would say that's not common. I don't know why they would design something like that for me, but I think it could work. Also, Twitch alerts, like actual Twitch alerts and not the fake one that was Streamlabs now, isn't too bad. I haven't used it yet, but it looks interesting, and they're talking about giving me 2 emotes for using it, so I'm like, I guess I can give it a shot. My alerts are kind of a mess. So those are the new
They
features.
give you
I even
2
know about.
emotes for using it?
Yeah, if you do it, it says in there anyway. I don't know how that works, but if you have used their alerts, they just give you 2 more emotes, I guess. If you set one up, I guess. I don't know.
All right, fine. I'll use their damn alerts.
It's one of the animated, too. It's 2 animated emotes. I think that says that. I'm pretty sure. I'm really bad at Twitch information, so don't take my word for it. Better look that one up, but I think that's a thing. Nobody who professionally broadcasts on Twitch knows less about what's going on than me.
I know some people who might give you a run for their money.
People come in and they're like, hey, you try that new feature, the Schlumblum? And I'm like, what? I don't know anything about that.
By the time you hear about the features, Twitch has already removed them.
Yeah, that's happened.
Hey, Smite, did you enjoy moments? What's a moment?
I never had a moment. You were talking about that on Mario Party. I tried to make one. I wasn't allowed to make no moments.
I never was either. That's why they got rid of it. No one was using it, because no one had access to it.
Well, Ascorian is loading. They hopefully will be back, but I'm going to switch the audio feed. We have a couple to choose from here. Player 4, Okami is cruising, so I'll pull over there. I don't remember Chance. What is that?
What a half thought feature. Twitch was like, so people in Twitch chat love saying the same thing a lot. So what if a mod could make a chant start, which is where it would show a button on everyone's screen where if you pushed it, it would type the same thing that everyone else is typing for you.
I think that and part of the problem with my lack of knowledge comes from not watching streams with thousands of people in them. I've never really ever watched something like that.
I don't follow any of those either.
Like maybe once in a while I watch one of the big Mario streamers or Proton John, and those are the biggest I ever get. And sometimes I've been in the thousands, and it's kind of annoying. It's just I've been on the front page and things pop off a little bit, and I've hosted like the April Fool's pits, have gotten those numbers, and way back when there was a game called Agario where you're just dots eating other dots, and for some reason I was the top dog in that. I had 2,000 people watching that. Then my internet died. Thanks, Comcast. But yeah, chat gets a little wild there, and I can imagine that's what that feature's for, right? Wait, did Mario say bye-bye?
Oh my god, I forgot Okami. I think Okami said that he was going to play on the 3D All-Stars version, which uses the Shindo version of this ROM, which replaces So Long, Gay Bowser with bye-bye.
Why would they replace it with that?
I don't know if they replaced it because of everyone thinking it said So Long, Gay Bowser. I don't remember if that's the reason for it, but...
Well, I do remember Twitch Sings. One of my voice actor friends was doing that. I barely remember it, though. It's been like 7 years.
I remember the first TwitchCon I ever went to. I've only been to a few of them, but I went to a TwitchCon. Don't go to TwitchCon. It sucks. But the first TwitchCon I ever went to, they were trying really hard to plug Twitch Sings. And then 6 months later, Twitch Sings didn't exist anymore. And I just thought, what a good way of investing their money into promoting this project that did not get off the ground.
Maybe next time. I mean, they definitely had some great ideas. I don't feel like I like feature bloat, so I don't want them to keep churning things out like some people apparently want. Like some people are annoyed when there's like a year or two goes by and they don't do anything. I'm like, good, keep it up. Like, don't change anything that works. It's like you dropped Amazon Prime subs and stuff like that out, and I'm like, wow, that's great. These are really good features that really put Twitch up top. I like the bits. They're a little expensive, but the idea behind them, and if you buy them in bulk, they're not super bad. The idea behind them is good. It solves a big problem.
Yep. If they could get the pricing structure under control, they'd be great.
They used to, I don't know if they still do, let you watch ads for bits, and you could really churn them out.
I don't think that's been a thing for years.
Yeah, but they, so core features like that are what I'm into. I don't really care about shoutouts versus hosting, etc. It's okay. Pinning things to the chat and stuff like that, I don't even use.
Pinning stuff to the chat can be really handy. You know, if you have like a thing that you don't want to put in your title because no one ever reads titles, like you need a link that everyone can click on. That can be really handy.
I'm lagging like I was yesterday, so I'm going to turn things down a little bit.
Okay.
And I'll reset your feed. Hopefully it'll bounce back, though. It usually does. Looks like it's bouncing back. Sorry, folks. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna start yours back up. It's gonna be noticeably different, but this will be more stable, hopefully.
That's fine. I can read the pixels.
I don't know why, but I wasn't allowed to watch ads for bits after a while. I got a lot of bits, like $100 worth out of it, and then I guess I had hit my limit or something, maybe, I don't know.
I got blocked out of it pretty quickly.
I was having a good time watching ads for bits.
You just love those advertisements.
Yeah, I don't like running them. I like being able to get rid of pre-rolls by running them. I'm bad at doing that, though. I don't like to run ads on my channel at all. The current thing they have going on, I think, is a bit much, where the entire screen gets muted and shrunk, and it's not really like a TV show. That's why that's not really a good format. So I don't want to run those kind of ads if I can help it. Doesn't seem to make sense for a live broadcast to me. Yeah, I do have techs coming out here looking at my lines. Hopefully they can fix it. I'm pretty sure it's not my router or PC doing this stuff or anything on the home network even. Patty getting both stars at once. I think Digi took a game over. But this game saves pretty often, so it's kind of like, why are even lives in this?
Yep. Basically, every star is a save, so.
YouTube is way more guilty of feature bloat than Twitch. Freaking tried to exist over there for a while, man. Did you? I guess I'm allowed maybe to dual broadcast. Maybe I'll do that sometime, but I can't imagine moving to YouTube ever with what they got going on. It's really frustrating to deal with their stuff when they change it like that all the time. The worst thing they did was when they had Google Plus or whatever it was called mixed in with the real names on the channels, and it was integrated.
Yeah, they screwed up everyone's YouTube channel that way.
It broke permanently the URL to my channel. It took, I think only recently, like only this year, was I able to fix it from just a bunch of numbers. Hopefully the stream is running okay for everybody. It looks like it's green again. I'm not ignoring the fact that 6 screens are playing games here, so we do kind of need the bitrate to be decent. Yeah, Turbo has always been there. It's kind of neat. I think it removes ads from the entire site for some amount a month. I don't know if subs remove ads. I'm not sure.
Subs, so that's a setting per stream. By default, it's turned on, I think, but a streamer can turn that off. Subs can still have to watch ads.
That might be why I see it sometimes. I hopefully have that off. I do try to minimize them on my channel. I like to live off of subs and tips.
Yeah, same.
It's my preference for sure. Ads are way too invasive for me. If I can help it. Lava Zone.
When Turbo upped their price, I decided that I was not going to continue paying for it, and I decided that I was going to go without Turbo, and that lasted for about a month, and then I bought Turbo again at the higher price because I watch too many small streams and I cannot deal with the ad rate.
Yeah, I hear you. I just feel like it's one of the subscription perks that probably should be offered. Subs are discounted right now, by the way. But anyway, they are usually $5.29 a month or something like that. And I think for that...
Yeah, there's a sale on money right now. 25% off new subs and gifted subs until January 2nd.
Yeah, and for me, I pretty much get 100% of that because of the contracts and all that. But I would say for that amount of money every month, you probably should not have to watch ads on my channel. Like, that's fair. That seems like what you should be getting for that, yeah? If nothing else. Cool emotes. No, that's the least I can offer. Supporting the show is, of course, implied in there. What do you think of the volcano stage? I think it's it scares me every time I go into it, but it never turns out to be that bad.
I like Lethal Lava Land. I think that it's a stage that has messed me up enough times that I don't look forward to playing it.
These ramps that try to crush you are pretty funny. Do you have to go into
I,
volcano to get 100 coins?
yes. Well, no, technically, if you kill every single thing, don't miss a single coin outside the volcano, I think there's just enough. It's like 101 coins maybe outside. I don't know the exact number. But practically, no, you have to go inside the volcano.
Hey, Chaotic, what's up? Yahoo! They didn't change much with the sound here. Just that's all they changed was so long, Bowser. Almost. I haven't noticed anything else.
Very much, yeah.
Did you trying to do a maybe not on purpose a waterfall jump off the lava? Did not pay off. Really close though. Hey, thanks for the subs. Yeah, that 5-pack. Those are discounted too. I think that lasts for like 2 more days. The bits thing was super nice too. That was shorter, but I went in on that a little bit because my numbers are a little low for. I do this for a living, so I need them to stay up. Sometimes I'm really bad at advertising myself, so I try to force myself once every couple months. I'm like, I really should do a thing where I'm like, yeah, actually, I need subs. So I did things with the bits and the subs this year since they were such good out of nowhere promotions that Twitch just decided to do. They were just like matching. I saw some people get like $100 tip, and then Twitch was like, "Yeah, we'll throw in on that," and they put $50 in. That was wild. Oh no, the volcano was giving Digi a rough time. That's where my eyes are at the moment, but Okami is doing the same level at the moment too. And Sweapen's working on the Bowser stage of it, which I am really bad at, especially Damage Shuffler. If you get hit by that lava, you're not going to recover, probably.
Yeah, Lethal Lava Land is just rough.
Oh, nice shortcut. What's your favorite Mario getting burned voice line? Because I think this one is top.
Are there different? I don't know that I've ever really paid enough attention to all the different ones.
Oh yeah, I've watched video essays on this. There's some wildly different, and this one wasn't the one that won that video essay either. But it's up there. It was like 3rd place, and there's like 10 of them in there. Some of them are pretty boring. This one just has a really good read. You really feel like you're the one whose pants are burning. What if you go to like Sunshine or something and you listen for the fire sound, the new Mario Brothers game? You've definitely heard it. You probably just didn't think about it.
Oh, you're talking about across games. I'm sitting here thinking like, does Mario scream differently in 64?
No, cross games, yeah. He's only got the one scream here. He only burns one way.
Okay, I thought I was losing my mind. I'm like trying to pick out the subtle differences.
Play it backwards. See if you can identify. Oh, I hate this when this happens. Kind of Weapons dealing with it though. Getting burned on that platform is where I kept dying on the Damage Shuffler. That one exactly. It's so hard to get back on your feet.
She recovered though. She did a good job.
Got all the coins. Who put that star up there? Absolute scumbag move.
I guess Bowser.
Did he personally hide all these stars?
Maybe. I mean, These are the castle's power stars.
What do they do exactly anyway? Are they like batteries?
I
Power?
guess they provide power to the castle. Like this is how the lamps stay on.
Why would he want a castle with no lamps?
Right, that's why we need the power stars.
Why would Bowser want that? He's living here in the dark?
No, he just stole them because he stole the castle? I don't... Yeah, I,
See, I thought that they
I'm
were
not sure that
giving...
I fully know the answers to these questions.
I thought that they were giving Mario some kind of power, like Dragon Ball Z, his power level's going up, but he doesn't seem to be stronger. He's pretty strong. He started pretty strong. He didn't seem like he gained much. We have a little more than an hour left before New Year's 2024.
We should run a prediction for what the max star count will be
I'll do it.
at the end of this race.
Y'all got snails to bet?
The question at this point is whether or not the highest star count is going to be over 70, under 70, maybe even up to 80.
I'm gonna do it in chunks of 10.
Yeah.
70, 80, 90, 100, and 120. And 100.
I got some snails I'm willing to lose today.
It's gonna be a while yet. You'll probably get them back, but I have something in the pipe in my head of where you could actually spend those on a little game. Currently, they're only for buying Luigi quotes. Luigi!
A good one.
Those all came from one session of Mario Maker 2 when I was playing against other Luigis.
Me that Luigi! Ah!
Well, not that one. Weapon is carefully collecting all the stars and the rings. Oh, Luigi's dead. Luigi's not in this game. Luigi! I'm pretty sure the Mario RPG remake has confirmed to me that Luigi is not in that game either. I thought he might be the dude hiding behind the house, but the way they changed the script makes it sound like it's not him. I don't think Luigi would be saying that kind of stuff.
I haven't played the remake yet. What does he say?
Oh, he's just less Luigi energy than he was before. If that makes... He's not, like, vulgar or anything. He just sounds like a Toad more than a Luigi does. I don't remember exactly what it is, but it's enough. Luigi!
Me that Luigi! Ah!
That's enough Luigi for y'all. The prediction is open for a couple more minutes if you want to bet. There was just an NPC behind the house next to the castle that would say things like little jokes about the current events. And they changed them to be more serious.
Kinda still taking the approach of just trying to complete them in order, which I think is ultimately what I would end up doing also, irrespective of whether or not I'd be able to pull it off. Okami has now passed her though. She's had a lead on him, but Dire Dire Docks is just a really slow level. So it's given Okami a lot of time to close the gap. Now Okami's going back to JRB to clean it up, but this is not maybe a stage I'd choose. I think at this point all of our players have probably reconciled that they're not going to get all the stars. So now it's a game of which stars do I think I can get the most quickly. And I gotta say, I think as soon as I have access to upstairs, I'm heading upstairs because there's quite a few stages. Like Saxy's on Snowman's Land.
Yeah.
That's a good stage. There's a lot of really straightforward stars here.
Luigi.
Was that one a bespoke one, or was that also a recording?
Somebody asked me to record a new one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even look over there.
Luigi. What do you think? What do you think of my coughing Luigi?
Yeah, I think that's a good one.
Let's see what the predictions are saying here. Looks like someone thinks 120 stars will happen. Most people are going in on 110, or at least most of the money is. Just about everyone's sure that 70 plus is going to get beaten. I can see that because we're already at 53. But somebody put in 10 just to be safe. Just in case everyone beefs it at 79 stars for an hour. You'll get all the snails. For 10 snails, you'll get your investment back 5,000 fold.
All right, with the prediction closed, I voted for 80. I think 80 is about what we're looking at.
You're gonna slow down because of these harder stages.
I think there's going to be some of that. I mean, I'm still basing it off of sort of how quickly stars have been collected at this point, but I don't see much more than 80.
I don't know how to do this the way Okami is doing it. I just use the spring guys to get on the roof. But I think you can jump up here somehow.
You can. Yeah, there's a tricky triple jump dive you can use to get on top of it faster. I'm not good at it. Now Okami's doing it the right way, so. Or at least attempting to.
I don't even know how to do it the right way. I've always either done the triple jump you're talking about or used the spring guys who are really easy to get over here. They're right there.
I don't know why I don't think I've ever thought about using the spin drifts to get up there.
I think they're gonna
Good
crack
strategy.
100. I don't think we're gonna see 120, but I think they're gonna get up there. Okami is pulling ahead, but like you said, they're not being as thorough. So I don't know if they're actually in the lead. In a technical sense, they are. If the game ended right now, they would win, but they might not be able to get too many more at the speed Kindest Weapon's going to be able to get them.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of my bigger concern, is that we may be getting to the point where Okami's gonna not be able to, but not be able to quickly collect stars now that he's upstairs. Whereas Kindest has been really thorough. She's also skipped a lot of stuff, though. I'm noticing. I mean, there's no way she'd be at upstairs at 48 if she hadn't skipped a bunch of stuff also. But she spent a lot of time on Dire Docks, which for a race like this feels like a misplay. Every star in Dire Docks is slow.
That's double Dire Docks.
I feel like they wanted every stage to be 3 syllables long and just gave up when they're Dire Dock. It's just the same thing twice. Cool mountain.
Thwomp Fortress. We have official clock of 11:04 at the moment.
That's 56 minutes remaining until the ball drops.
I can go to time.is or whatever and put that clock on screen as well while I'm at it.
Sure. You could pull up what's his name's rockin' New Year's Eve blast so we can see when the ball drops, and then we know.
I can drop my own orb. I never watched that stuff.
Vincent Price's rockin' New Year's Eve. Albert Hitchcock's rockin' New Year's Eve.
There is your time clock.
Bob Hope's rockin' New Year's Eve.
Time is now.
Clark. Okay, I had to look it up. I was losing my mind over here.
I can just put this up on Mario's head. Hang in there, Mario. Whoa. Sometimes I struggle to get up there where the green shell is bouncing off these guys. And I don't think they respawn. I don't know if there's a different, even way up there.
This is the intended way. I mean, there's an easier way if you're gonna do a little speed running, but the spin drifts are definitely the intended way of doing this.
Why are the Shy Guys on the mountain opening there?
I don't know, someone was responsible for finding a texture to put there, and that's what they landed on. I don't think there's a lore reason, buddy.
You don't think the Shy Guys own this mountain?
I don't think the Shy Guys own this mountain, no. I don't feel comfortable with that answer.
They own the waterfall in Mario Kart. Shy Guy Falls.
Do they own it, or do they live there?
It seems like it's their mine. It's a crystal mine created by Shy Guys. That's the official statement about that map. They're rich. And they got 3 maps? I knew they were around.
Patty's still grinding out the basement. So we've got Kinda, Saxy, and Okami all upstairs right now. We've got Digi and Patty still in the basement, and Esco is technically still in the basement, but she's got some room to maneuver. If she can get the sub and get the key, then she'll be upstairs as well if she wants to go that way. Again, for those of you joining us late, this isn't a race to beat the game or anything. It's just who can get the most stars by the time we reach 2024 on the East Coast. So at midnight, that's when the race ends.
The official time is on Mario's hat. I better turn the angle on that, make it matches. Yeah. Gotta get all the editing we can on this thing. Beautiful.
Mamma mia!
Valentina's lackey, whatever his name is, it's pretty cool. The shy guy with the fertilizer and seed. Don't know why they're working for Valentina. Guess she's
Oh, the one that grows Mega Smilax.
yeah. Guess and they grow Birdo's egg also. Which is kind of a strange thing to do, but they do. Water that egg.
You got to keep the egg wet. Let's go. Currently trapped on the getting pulled by the vortex. It seems like Esco's maybe just holding down the A button to swim, which is fine, but she could break free of it a little more if she tapped A instead.
Yeah, but again, not fast. The tapping is a rhythmic thing. There's
Yeah.
a warp I didn't know about. That's a nice warp. Holy crap. Kami just warped from the bottom to the top of this stinky level. That'll come in handy right now. Let's see it again, probably, because the star's up there.
I think I found that warp as a kid. It's one of the very few ones I actually knew about.
That makes this stage way less painful.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was like frame perfect almost. The double star action on the top right. Alright, our players have less than 50 minutes left. You might be right, they might not beat 80 out.
I'm hoping they get to 80. I'm looking for a payout, man. I voted for 80 plus.
Yep, 80 to 89.
Whoever bet that 10, the 10 points on 70 plus might get the biggest payout in the history of Twitch predictions.
That's the good stuff.
That person's getting 33, 1 to 33.9 thousand odds. Honestly, I love that for them. Whoever you are, I'm rooting for you.
Could happen. It's not even that unrealistic to end up with 78 or so on this. Okami needs 20 more to break that. What happens when your hat is gone?
When Mario loses his hat, you take a little more damage. So all sources of damage basically just get doubled.
Great.
Otherwise, mostly nothing. It doesn't really have any other impact other than you get to find out that Mario's hair looks kind of goofy.
Well, you probably know about this, but I'll take any knowledge about this game I have. The Shy Guy there grows and shrinks when he spits. And if you move around just right, you can make him keep on growing forever. Until he's bigger than the map, and he's inside out, and then the game breaks. Which I think is pretty sharp.
I'm pretty sure you can still open wing cap boxes and metal cap boxes, if that's what you mean. You can put those hats on, but once they wear off, you go back to being hatless.
He just throws it away.
But I could be wrong. I mean, I definitely don't spend much time without my hat in this game, so maybe that's just like a mechanic I'm not familiar with, but I don't think that's right.
You only lose your hat in this one stage, right? And only in this one part of it.
You can lose it in a few spots. If you pick up one of the monkeys, they'll take your hat from you. You can lose it by having the wind blown off of you in... or wind blow you off in Snowman's Land, and I think you can also have it get stolen by Klepto in all but the first star in Shifting Sandland.
I don't know what that is. Is that like a...
Oh,
Little
Klepto's the bird, the bird that's like carrying around the star. Once you take his star in Star 1, he's just flying around, and I think he steals your star.
Okami did a long jump bounce right off the edge. Mario doesn't look right without his hat. He's gotta have that full Spider-Man fit. Did you know that Spider-Man was supposed to be black and red, but people didn't understand coloring in comics, and they just gave up and made him blue?
I didn't know that, no.
If you look at old Spider-Man, and sometimes they still do it, the blue, like it was back then, was used for highlighting, and it was black with blue lines on it.
So they would use blue because it gives more variation to the color, but it was supposed to imply black.
Yeah, it was like the shiny bits of the black.
Right, right.
I don't think that's what's going on with Mario. I think he's all in on the denim, but Spider-Man was.
Well, I don't think anyone's ever been confused by Batman, right? Everyone knows that Batman's suit's black, but yeah, I mean, they would use blue to color it so, you know, you could have some variation on the colors.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Like, they would do that all the time. So they thought they could get away with it on Spider-Man, but for some reason, didn't work that time.
People just didn't understand, yeah. That's kind of funny. I didn't know that. Though I mean, to be fair, I don't really know anything about comics, so the bar was low.
Yeah, Batman has had a blue outfit sometimes in his old retro look. Sometimes. But when he is drawn in black, they usually use blue highlighting. That's just the way that they did comics in the retro style. Superman and stuff were good. Not that I know a whole lot about comics either, but yeah. I've seen that art style before. I pay attention to that kind of thing, the graphics.
Pardon me if I'm misremembering, but Superman's suit is blue, though.
Yeah.
He has like a blue suit and then a red cape, but it's not like blue implying black, it's just blue.
Yeah. His is kind of the opposite. They use black for the highlighting.
Here we go!
61. 40 minutes left. You're gonna need to get a star every 2 minutes to beat out the pace here. This star we have to race against the platform is a little rough. Saxy has got it.
I don't know that I'm feeling confident in my bet anymore, if I'm being honest.
Kindest is catching up to Okami and about to pass. After all that lead, it is down to which stars can be gathered the fastest all of a sudden.
Yeah, if they're watching the clock, at this point they should really be paring their list down. It's no more about completion at this point. I would be going level by level, getting any star I could in 1 or 2 minutes.
I'm actually going to post 40 minutes left with some sirens in there so that everyone knows.
Mamma mia!
40 minutes left as of now.
Hego!
Taxi doesn't have a hat. Is just rolling without it. Just doesn't care.
Honestly, not a bad strategy. I mean, if I'm trying to get as many stars as I can, I'm not going to worry about my hat. If I'm taking hits like that, I'm in bad shape anyway.
The current star they're going after, if you don't know Mario very well, Mario 64, is this thing where you have to find 5 secret coins. They're like just points on the map that you touch, and you get a star for having touched all of them. And they found 2, so the little number just pops out of the air. If that's confusing, and it kind of is. I don't think there's very many like that.
Shallows in the deep. Yeah, basically you're just looking for things to interact with. If you see something to interact with, it might give you one of the points, and you're looking for 5 of them.
Little treasure hunt.
That's not the one they're missing.
Number 4. Kami has opened the top floor. Getting a free star from the Toad. That's a nice little bonus.
Kindest as well as on Rainbow Ride. Rainbow Ride's also, I mean, it's not a terrible choice. There are a few very fast stars, but you don't have a lot of room to play around here. There's maybe only 3 or 4 stars that I would even bother going for here. I would go for reds. I would go for this one, Swinging in the Breeze.
For the first time, Kindest
Tricky
is in the
triangles.
lead. Kami's getting a very, very fast start here, though, with the clock frozen on the little levers on the clock. Red coins. This one's right at the start. It's possible, I guess, with the things moving, but it sure is a pain.
That was one of the retro achievements, was getting this red coin star with them moving.
How'd you like it?
It was a maddening 20 minutes.
Oh, at least you got a heal right there.
I screamed, I cried. I experienced every emotion imaginable.
Kami's just gotta get up there and grab the star now.
Okami keeps trying to side flip in order to go a little faster, but that side flip height is just bouncing off of the ceiling above him. Needs to take his time.
Here we go!
Gnashing of teeth. Do you ever gnash anything else? I've only ever heard gnashing of teeth as a phrase. You ever gnash potatoes?
I haven't, no.
Apparently it means to grind angrily. Typically your teeth is a sign of anger. Alright. Apparently that's exactly and only. You may only gnash teeth. The teeth part is just extra. You don't even need that part. If you're gnashing, we know what you mean.
And gnashing your teeth is just redundant at that point.
Yeah. Clock is messing with Okami. Didn't fall though.
At first, I thought maybe Okami entered this stage with the clock moving on purpose, just to like be able to get the one from the clock hand down there. But I think it might have been a mistake. I think Okami's just kind of cutting his losses.
Kindest is after the clock stars now too. Okami takes the lead back. It's gonna be a back and forth. It looks like. They're currently working on the same things.
I gotta check. Are they in voice together? Are they sharing strats? Okami and Kindest are both in the voice chat. Yeah.
Nice.
Actually, all 6 of them are in the voice chat together. So.
Yeah, I told them. That's pretty much always true. You can use the voice chat for whatever you want. Unless I have a specific rule where they're like not supposed to know something and they shouldn't be communicating. That's uncommon.
Right.
Nice kick. So Kami got the easy stars there. There's 2 in the stage that it's just a matter of, can you do one jump? That's all you gotta do. Just climb up, do a jump, kick over there. I think you're supposed
Patty knows
to do...
about a few skips to get around Hazy Maze Cave a little faster. Hazy Maze Cave is a place with quite a few really easy stars if you know how to do a few skips. You could be in and out of here in 5 minutes with 5 of the stars probably, if you know a few fairly simple skips.
It's a tie game again. Kind is probably going to go right back in there and get the one Okami just grabbed. I bet. Okami's moved on to Rainbow Road.
Yeah, if I'm these players, I'm getting most everything from TikTok Clock. It's a tough stage, but if you're confident in it, most of the stars are really easy to get. I would probably just not get 100 or maybe the Stomp on the Thwomp at the top. But the other 4, 5 in the stage are pretty accessible.
Okami's back in the lead for some amount of time. Seeing if Kindest can do the jump here. Oh, they're going for the other one.
Yeah, Patty right now is setting up the yeah, that skip right there in order to avoid having to go all the way around through Watch for Rolling Rocks.
Yeah, one of the stars in this one is just stand on the hand and wait for it to take you around, and that's the one kind of seems to be after right now. There's another one where you just, I think you're supposed to take some kind of ride down there, but you can do an air kick that I don't feel like they meant for you to be able to do, and just avoid that and just jump in there.
Yep.
It's pretty simple, even I can do it. So, I guess we're just waiting for the clock to spin around. Takes a bit. They almost had this way faster. They missed their jump chance, just a little bit off.
In that time, Okami's widening the gap a little bit. I don't think he's going to be able to do...
Oh!
Oh god!
Nice.
Oh my god, I cannot believe he pulled that off.
Just jumping off of some pyramids.
There's a fairly easy setup for what Patty's trying to do right now. If you just stand facing the grate and double jump and then kick off the wall, you'll land right on the switch. Patty seems to be trying to do this in a little more sophisticated way, but having a hard time lining up with the switch, which is like half the problem.
Okami's back in the clock. Interesting that they're switching levels back and forth like that. Must have heard about an easy star.
Or maybe it's just whatever star pops in their head. Oh yeah, I remember I can do this one or that one. The trick here is that Patty B's is trying to get a star that's intended that you have the metal cap for, and you can do it without the metal cap, so that's what Patty did right there. You have to hit the water with enough speed, so... There we go.
I don't even remember this star kind of just sitting there. I don't even remember that one.
Mm-hmm.
Okami's grabbing it as well. I guess it's supposed to be dangerous when the thing's moving.
Yep. The
Nice
pit
start
and the
count.
pendulums.
There are now 30 minutes left. We're almost to 70. That is nice.
Well, in one more star, we're going to activate that one person who only spent 10 channel points.
Indus is going downstairs now. Has switched it up.
Wonder if she's clued into a level that she skipped or otherwise left some easy stars on. It's quite a walk going all the way back, so this is an investment. She must really believe there's something easy down here she forgot about.
Mips.
Yeah, maybe she wants the second MIPS. Was she not down here when she had 50?
I don't know.
So the rabbit shows up at 15 stars and then shows up again at 50 stars. I wonder if someone had mentioned MIPS 2 in the Discord chat and she was like, "Oh my god, I forgot about that. Let's go back."
Get Mips. So you get 2 stars from the bunny?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I don't remember that. They go into Shifted
Yep,
Sand
he appears
Lands.
once at 15 and then reappears a second time at 50.
2 nice star counts. They have not been to Shifted Sandlands yet. It looks like wide open.
I mean, I wouldn't trek all the way across the castle for Shifting Sandland, but if she's having a hard time figuring out other stars to get, this might be the... Okay, well, I've got nothing else I can really do. Let's finally deal with Shifting Sandland. So the Klepto star, right now Klepto's flying around with a star. That one's pretty straightforward. The one on top of the pyramid is really straightforward, and unfortunately, pretty much everything else in the pyramid, with the exception of the red coins on the outside, pretty much everything else is inside of the pyramid. So they're not super fast stars unless you really know what you're doing.
Back in the lead. Minus weapon. I won, but Okami's going to get their 70 right now.
I'm nervous. I don't even care about channel points, and I suddenly have something on the line. I need these people to get some more stars.
They have 28 minutes to get 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna need them to get 10. And preferably not more than 20.
That seems tough to do even if they fell into them.
Okami is gonna go for the 8 reds in Bowser in the Sky, okay. Johnny Long Torso. I was waiting to find out who it was that dropped their 10 points.
It's like kind of missed. No, they got it. There, 71. It's gonna be maybe close on the other 9 stars. I don't know about 20. I don't see that happening.
Kinda said in chat she was hoping to avoid SSL, and honestly, I don't blame her. I probably would have made the exact same play. If I were down here, and I'm like, I'm probably not getting all the stars at this rate, I gotta skip something, SSL would get the first axe.
Oh, I thought that was like a computer joke because of MIPS. I thought you were talking about the security layer for some reason.
No. No, Shifting Sandland.
I had to dodge that HTTPS.
I remember back when the internet was actually good, when we didn't need so many security layers. Back when if I wanted to get a virus, I could just get a virus anytime I wanted.
Load up Morpheus or Kazaa.
Yeah, if I wanted a virus, I would just download Linkin Park .exe.
That's a speed run. But viruses back then were just silly things anyway. There was stuff like, your mouse is fake dirty. Your CD drive opens sometimes.
I think Kindest was going for the star at the top of the pyramid. That it's tricky if you don't know exactly what you need to do to get that coming down the elevator. It looked like she tried to jump at it, maybe missed. I'm making a guess right now. It looked like she was maybe trying to jump at it and missed. You have to do a long jump to make that line up.
That Zelda cover isn't sewed? I swear that's the singer.
Nope.
You know the one I'm talking about.
Everyone knows, yeah.
That's pretty bang on singing. There's another one, it's the song from Wayne's World 2. It's Mrs. Robinson. And they always attribute Pennywise with that, and it's the lemon heads. That one bothers me. Well, if it's the same singer, I'm into it enough. That's good enough for me. I don't need the whole band to be there. That's fine. That makes more sense.
Yeah, I didn't even realize it was him.
Okami is at the Bowser.
Does Okami know what the challenge is here? I'm worried that Okami thinks this is a 70-star race.
Looks like Kindest is also going for the 72 victory. They're throwing it. They're throwing your bits right down the toilet, Author Blues.
I can't believe they're doing this to me in particular.
Our two front runners are finishing the game and giving up on the Star Collection.
I can't believe how owned I'm being.
Bowser's been taken out. 23 minutes remaining to get the rest of those stars.
Okay, apparently Okami is screwing me on purpose.
Style points.
Okami said in Discord, hey, if I'm gonna end off 2023, I'm gonna do it in style.
There's a star right there. Does that one even count?
No.
Okay. The final, actual, only good star. The other 120 are just a joke. They're just door keys. This one is the real power star.
Okay, now I'm depending on Kindest to save me and my channel points.
How many did you put on the line here?
Too many.
Oh,
Like I always do. A
It's
normal person would do like 1,000 bits, and I'm like, let's make it 25,000.
That's one free backseat advice thing.
No, it's apparently 20,000.
Kindest has dropped out of Bowser. They're going back in. Go get him.
No! My channel points. I can't believe Johnny Longtorso did this to me.
Don't worry, another 9 years of Arcade Pit, you'll get them back. Saxy's still on the case. 20 to go. They're the next in line, and Patty's got their 59th. So 3D All-Stars is some kind of Switch port?
Yeah. It was the Switch release of Galaxy, Sunshine, and Mario 64.
I haven't played Sunshine ever, and Galaxy I only played 2, and I didn't like it that much.
I like the Galaxy games. I had a ton of fun with them when I played them in college. Sunshine's not a good game and never will be, so...
Waggling the
You're not
Wiimote is
missing
not
anything.
something I ever got into. And there was a little bit of that. Not as much as DKC, which is frustrating. 'Cause that was too much of that. OG!
Dang.
Yeah.
Hegel.
Yahoo. I was pretty late into playing those. I should have had them way back when I had the Wii and I was actually playing those games. I probably would have liked it then.
I don't misunderstand Sunshine. I tried playing it. It's just not good. Sorry. Sorry. It's fine. I like some bad games too. I know what that's like.
Hegel.
You have the backing of Johnny Longtorso, the wealthiest, well, snelthiest guy there
About
is.
to be the wealthiest, at least.
Snelthiest. I want to see that payout.
I can't wait to see it.
I have no idea what Sunshine's about. Something about a hose? I don't even know. I don't watch enough games to have seen it ever. It's just some game with Mario and he's spraying things.
The town got dirty and everyone blamed it on Mario, so now he has to clean up the place.
So it's like reverse Splatoon.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, basically.
Have you played Power Washing Simulator? That was my game of the year in 2022. Wrote an article about it. That's a good one.
I still haven't played Power Wash Sim, no. It feels like the sort of game that I understand the appeal. I just don't think I would be... I don't think it would appeal to me.
I think you'll be persuaded otherwise. Because it's too good at what it does. It's too good at it. I did try to do a little speedrunning co-op thing of it. We can get teams in multiplayer racing against each other pretty easily in that game, so
Yeah.
pretty cool.
I remember you doing that little tournament. I remember watching, I think, Ryota Minimat's team playing against some other people a few times.
Yeah, I don't think they did great, but they did it fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Final Fantasy VII has a kit of stuff I need to go clean at some point. I haven't done that yet. "15 minutes.
Here we go.
Last time I played this, I bounced off the spinning guy there, and I flew over to that star on that little island. I don't know if that's what you are meant to do. I think you're supposed to shoot a cannon at it or something.
Who are we talking about?
The star on
On
the
Saxy's
mushroom.
screen?
Well, I just saw it
Oh,
on Patty's
oh, oh,
screen.
oh. Gotcha.
They're not going after it currently.
Gotcha. Yeah, there's a cannon that you're supposed to shoot, but I don't think anyone has ever used that cannon to shoot to it.
It's hard to find.
Yeah, the cannon's very difficult to find, and on top of that, once you go like one level up on the island, it's like very easy to just jump down on it.
I'm gonna get people in trouble with their things on this monkey chase. Nice, got him.
No one but speedrunners have ever made that monkey chase look easy. Ukiki is a genius.
Are you familiar with Ocarina of Time? I don't know if I've ever seen you play it.
Yeah, I've played it a bunch of times in my life. I just don't really stream it.
The Shadow Link, I have no idea how to fight, and for the first time ever, I went in there without the Gigento Biggerun sword. I got my ass kicked like 6 times. I don't know how to hurt him. I couldn't figure out the fight.
I feel like at some point someone explained to me how you're supposed to do that fight. I'm pretty sure randomizer players just throw Deku nuts at him or something. That sounds right, at least.
The Biggeron sword ignores his defense, more or less, and I've always used that. I did not understand. I don't know how I even won. Kami's getting more stars off the blues.
I'm gonna need him to get a lot more stars very fast. Because the ball will drop soon, whether we want it to or not. And currently, I do not want it to.
I wonder if I sent that shark in on Screen Crab by itself on a black background, if anyone would know it's from Mario.
I would.
Here we go!
74 stars, 13 minutes left. Mario has gotten 2 cakes.
Honestly, if I can't win the prediction, I hope that Johnny Long Torso wins it. And right now it looks like that is the only other possibility.
I've received a copy of a game.
Oh, what'd you get?
Something about dogs? I don't really understand. Better delete this.
Known dog hater Smite.
Jerry Rice and Nidus Dog Football. I got 2 dogs here. They have a lot of dog energy. I'm not sure what happens if no one wins. Do they just delete the bits? I can draw it and return them.
Yeah, if you delete the prediction outright, it'll just return everyone's bits to them. Or channel points.
Yeah, not bits per se, but yeah. Snail bits.
Mike, I'm getting nervous. In 10 minutes, I need Okami to get 10 stars.
Well, 5
Or
stars.
5 stars.
That's doable. I think. Especially if he left some easy ones behind. And I assume that that is the case. Because they're...
He's in Hazy Maze Cape. I'm not personally feeling inspired.
Yeah, I don't know that this is the easiest one left. So I feel like there's got to be 5 somewhere that are easy to grab. Probably like, I don't know if they've done it yet, but 100 coins and red stars in the first level would be one I'd go after for fast. At the same time.
100 and reds in Bob-omb Battlefield could be done at the same time without too much trouble, yeah.
It just deletes the snails if you don't return them. Kindest is at 74. Or 9 minutes left. Just need a star a minute. Let's hit it. They're in tiny land here, which I feel like isn't too slow.
This is a great place for a handful of stars if you kind of know how to navigate this and get them quickly. I can think of maybe 3, maybe 4 quick stars here. There's this box right here.
75. Okami needs 4 more. It's gonna be close. 8 minutes left. If you're getting weird audio delay, it's probably Twitch and you need to refresh. That's how they handle latency sometimes.
Yeah, audio seems mostly synced for me.
Okami is after the metal cap, or the invisible cap star. This one's not too tough.
Nervous. I put it all on the line, Smite.
I'm not nervous. I put nothing on it. It's all good. There's 7 minutes left to get 4 stars, and one of them's about to happen. I think you might have it. Oh, unless they fall. That could be fatal to the chance. Oh my.
No!
We're in there. There are 6 minutes left. Still at a 2 minute per star need here. Kindest is on 75, trying to get the last hidden point for their 76. It fell off. I think it's looking like Okami's the only shot for this. Is there another star in here, or they just accidentally went back in?
Yeah, no, they're going back in because exit course takes you to the lobby.
Oh, okay. Oh, they got Boo to do. That's easy. Maybe. I'd seen most people do this stage already.
If Okami's left anything of value on Big Boo's Haunt, 3 more stars is in the cards.
Oh, they did not. That's what I thought. Most everyone has been here. So it's early.
I mean, if you've got Vanish, you can get Mr. Eye pretty quickly. But that's only 1 star.
They're coming for the quick one.
No! You gotta go get a vanish cap.
Here we go. Here we go. Oh. I think it's going to come down to the last seconds here. There are 4 minutes left. We're still on that 2 stars, 2 minutes pace. They got that one pretty fast, though. They saved some time. I don't know where they're going to go next, though. They probably have one in mind. Maybe some toad is just holding one. You can just talk to one of those three guys like that. You just talk to him, you get a free star.
Yeah, there's a few of those.
The submarine stage, I think. Hole jumping for red coins.
That is not a... Alright, man, well, Johnny Long Torso. There's still star 6. Which star? Oh, that's the cap star, though. This one actually could be fast enough. Here's the question. Does Okami know not to grab the metal cap? It's actually slower to grab the metal cap in this one. It's faster to just grab only the vanish cap and swim.
You have 3 minutes. It's like an arcade bit challenge now.
Yeah. What do you do when everything is on the line?
We're metal. We're sinking.
Oh no. He took the metal cap.
The time that I started the clock was when they hit start, not after like the cutscene. Maybe if I started it when they actually started moving, then you'd have this easy. But that's not the way it went. Going back for the vanishing cap by itself.
This has to get 1 star in 2 minutes.
Easy.
I mean, the question is, what star do you get in 2 minutes?
1 minute.
What
50
star
seconds.
is it gonna be, Smite?
He's leaving. He's gonna go outside and go to sleep. 90 seconds. Shifty sand lands.
This is so tense. I'm so
Inside.
tensed up.
That's how you start your new year. losing a big bet.
Smite, I didn't deserve this.
I don't know that we're actually going after that one. Are there other ones around here? What's this one? It's the coins, right?
I mean, there's still 8 reds outside, and then there's a few stars on the inside that I don't think Okami's done.
I think they're going after the red coins right now.
No, I think Okami is going to try to get inside the pyramid and long jump to the star right inside the pyramid. I think there's just enough time, maybe.
You have to do something out here to do that? I don't remember this.
Yeah, if you hit the tops of all the pillars, then the top of the pyramid comes off, and you are right at where the last star, or the star at the top of the pyramid is. Oh my god. No! 'Cause, 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 'cause
Happy New Year, everybody! Hey! Welcome to 2024. We made it. You've all done a good job surviving another year. Nice work.
I hate 2024.
All right. 70 plus is our winner at 79. We did not reach 80.
339,000 points went to one person.
The Snail King.
That's incredible.
All right. Hey, thanks for joining me for a rousing game of Star Collectathon in Mario 64.
That was fun.
We'll see you next week with another race of some kind. Wanted to do a longer one here. Mega Man was fun, and this one was cool. I don't know this game as well as the Mega Man's, obviously, but I have beaten it maybe 5-6 times. A couple times. Starting to learn it. And then unlearn it again and again. That's cool. That's Mario 64 for me. Have a good New Year off the blues. Thanks for coming in.
You too. Later.
See you later. Folks, we will be back on tomorrow and March, well, not March, Wednesday. Hopefully we'll still be on by March, but Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, GDQ, 2 arcade pits. See you there for that. Gonna host over to Tide Tuesday doing Jackbox, it looks like. Go say Happy New Year. Have a good one, everybody.